All right, welcome back to another episode of Mid22. Michelle's been gone. She's traveling in Europe, as we know. So I replaced her with another great human being, very smart person,
Thank you. Thank you.
and then stinky feet.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah,
I'm not here for the stinky feet slander.
Stinky feet, and then yeah, very cool Danae Rivers. Everybody, give it up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thanks for having me. This is the first time I've been invited to a podcast. At least that's as far as I can remember. No, yeah. My memory is terrible, so I don't know. Maybe I've been on a podcast before. And don't
Have you ever talked for a long time before?
Not really. I do YouTube, so a bit, but it's usually pretty short.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take too long.
Danae is a YouTuber,
I
so
am.
check out.
DIYs.
Yeah, she makes DIY of fashion stuff, and that's how we are. Our relationship is currently.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we are colleagues, and
You'll see us a lot on each other's channels.
Yes. I'm running out of people to do shit with. So
No fact. I'm up for literally anything.
yeah, so it helps. It helps. It's like a symbiotic relationship,
Yes.
and it works out.
Mutually beneficial.
Yep.
Correct.
Correct.
No, we just worked on something last night, and
Yeah. Do you
have
want
you started editing that?
No, dude. I just woke up,
No, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
just
Yeah.
woke up.
I went to sleep at like 2 a.m. I think.
dude. Guess how late I went to sleep?
What time?
4.
Why'd you go to sleep so late?
I was playing video game.
Bruh. You didn't even get any work done. You gotta start editing. You know, you gotta wake up every morning and get on your Zoom.
Zoom.
Do you know that
Hop on a
TikTok
call.
sound?
No.
Oh my god, it's a TikTok sound.
Yeah, I mean, she actually watches TikTok, which is, yeah. I feel like a lot of people don't actually watch TikTok. People that make TikTok don't actually watch
yeah.
TikTok.
I feel like I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I watch more TikToks than I make TikToks.
You're a consumer than a creator.
I am. At least on the TikTok realm. I feel like I have a better time with longer length videos. Gives me more room for creativity. The shorter the video, the more, I don't know. But I feel like it's just harder for me to make TikToks for some reason. I don't know why. But YouTube videos.
You like YouTube video better, like the
Yeah,
format?
yeah. I definitely like the format long. Because I feel like whenever I explain something, it's very drawn out, long-winded. And TikToks just are too short. Too short for me.
How would you? So I mean, it's almost different kind of story, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not very good at neither. But I don't know. Like, TikTok almost doesn't have to be a complete story.
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like, it's kind of like a shock value kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes with things that popped off it's literally somebody like fell, like.
No, yeah, like people hurting themselves or
Yeah.
dogs doing dumb stuff or
Yeah.
cool stuff or.
And then it just like what grabs the eyeball, and that works. And then I think that's like it's like tapping into our very weird side of our brain,
That's true. That's true. I feel like for me, 'cause I do consume a ridiculous amount of TikTok. I literally had to put a timer on there so I'd stop watching so much TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
But I watch a lot of DIYs, crafts, fashion videos, and crochet is really popular on TikTok right now.
Really?
Which I was kind of surprised, but then the more I watched the crochet videos, the more that obviously kept popping up. And these people are just doing the most. They're doing the damn thing with crochet. Like, there is so many things that you can do with crochet that I didn't realize before.
It's like making.
They're making everything.
Like
Anything you can think of, they're making it. Like, literally, I saw a video of someone made a hornet's nest out of crochet, like with crochet, to ward off other hornets. 'Cause the hornets see the nest and they're like, oh, someone's already here.
Oh,
like, let's go somewhere else.
Oh,
yeah,
that's crazy.
and they did it with crochet.
Uh-huh.
And
Wow.
apparently, and I didn't know this. I thought people were just doing it off the cuff. But there's also patterns for crochet. I still have no idea how people are reading these patterns. It's literally just a bunch of boxes. And then, like, there'll be, like, lines, X's, and, like, it all means things,
That's cool. Uh-huh. Also, yeah.
No, yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like we're in a very strange stage of like entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like the stuff you watch, I don't watch.
Right?
It's not that I'm
Yeah.
not interested. That sounds very interesting. It's just
Yeah.
because like you go down to the rabbit hole and then like the
Mhm.
algorithm just brings you into this niche. Now you are in this bubble and then you've never heard of the stuff that I watch.
Facts.
You know?
Facts,
And
yeah.
it's just crazy. It's like pushing people further and further away from like the stuff we watch together. You know, like how we
Mhm.
grew up and everybody saw Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Or like
But-
even with vines, like everyone knew the same vines.
Yeah, and then now it's
Yeah.
like less and less. Like people just memes is more
Niche.
niche.
Yeah.
And then it's
No, even with the Zoom thing, like just
Yeah.
now, I was
I
like,
had no idea what the
no
fuck you said.
idea.
and then it's not. I don't think it's an age thing because I definitely consume a lot of stuff.
No, yeah, it's
You
definitely
know?
not because it really depends on what type of content you consume. Because like for me, with my fashion content that I
Mhm.
consume, they're gonna use different memes to promote their fashion content or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so with that, I'm gonna see different memes than you would see
Mm-hmm.
for what kind of content you watch.
Uh,
Whatever the hell you're watching.
Yeah.
They're gonna use different memes
Oh.
to go along with that content.
Mhm.
Like, so even though it's something that would be considered generally funny by anybody,
Mhm.
it's not gonna pop up unless you're just in that network
Yeah.
of content.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
Hmm.
I think yesterday we went to 6th Street.
Yes, that is
To
crazy.
did a video, right? And I woke up. I mean, we can talk about that later. But
yeah.
I woke up today and all my feeds are like 6th Street videos.
No,
It's crazy.
you know what's really crazy? Yesterday I was packing soon, and I was packing up and I was taking things off the wall, and one of my what's it called? One of my frames fell down and it broke. The glass didn't shatter or anything, so it wasn't too bad. So I just cleaned it up, whatever. Tell me why I'm scrolling on Pinterest and the picture that broke was on my Pinterest feed.
How did they know?
This
How
that's what
did
I'm saying.
they-
How did they
how
know?
did they know?
How did they know?
What picture? What kind of generic picture do you have that?
No, it
show
wasn't
up
even
on-
that generic. It was literally what was it? It was like hand.
Uh-huh.
Background's like pink and like
Okay.
the heart's red and stuff, and it's like a glass like looking heart or whatever. But yeah, it's not a like super generic picture, and like it was on. And that's the thing, I had saved it off of Pinterest,
Yeah.
but that was like
Maybe.
2 years ago, I think.
Like,
And it's popped up back on my feed the day after I broke the frame.
dude, it's a
I don't know.
conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
So, what if like the people that made the painting, it's just they tested out like generally how long it will last. And it will fall from the wall. It's usually 2 years, and then the algorithm will pushes
Sends it back
send
again.
it back again. They say like, oh yeah, you broke yours. Time to buy
Here it is.
again.
I don't know, 'cause I kind of sold the picture.
So the picture.
Well, I mean, like I just printed it off of my printer. I didn't actually buy
Oh,
it.
of course, yeah.
Yeah. So technically, yeah, I sold it.
I forgot the things you do.
Hey, no.
Tell the camera right now.
Hey,
Tell the
hey,
camera right now. What do you?
No idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, me neither. Okay. Yeah, you want to tell us more about what we did yesterday?
Yeah. So the gist of it, Ming hit me up and was like, "Hey, let's make a video," and I was like, "Okay, bet." And then I pull up and I'm like, "What's the plan?" No. And so essentially we went to 6th Street, which for those of you who may not know, is the street that has all of our clubs and like bars and things like that. If you want to check out the Austin nightlife, that's where you go. We went to Dirty 6, and there we just started randomly going up to people. We're like, "Hey, you want some free pics?" And they either said yes or they said no. And then if they said yes, we took some pics of them, and then we got their Instagram, and that was it.
Yeah, it was. I don't know, man. I'm thinking about it. I don't think I'm gonna do voiceover.
We'll definitely have to do a voiceover 'cause there's no way my little tiny ass mic caught any of that. It maybe caught me being like, "Oh my god, you're so gorgeous" to the ladies, but that was about it.
Yeah, it was interesting. I did it more so for myself 'cause like I wanted to do some type of social experiment 'cause I feel like I'm a little bit socially awkward. And
Yes.
when it comes to things, you know?
For sure.
No,
for
like
sure.
with interacting with strangers.
No,
like,
same.
it
yeah.
takes a certain kind of personality, you know. Like
yeah.
you
My
put
heart
on-
was definitely going brr, 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 like the whole entire
Dude, I
time.
was
Yeah.
sweating, bro.
The way both of us had sweat like
Uh-huh.
dripping down our arms after like we were leaving. Like, oh, not to mention we got lost. Like we parked near this hotel, And then on the way back after we were done like shooting, we got lost and couldn't find the car. Luckily, we were recording, and so we were able to look back at the footage and find our way back. But honestly, we probably would have been wandering around for a couple hours had it not been for the video.
Yeah, for sure. Directionally challenged. That's crazy.
No, both of us. Who let both of us out? Like,
bro,
alone.
I'm pretty good with just without the car. You know, like I'm pretty good walking around.
Yeah.
Because like if I walked and I feel like the street is different, a view, you know, and then I can remember I paid more attention when I was walking.
Yeah, I get that. For me, I'm just like, it's like all la 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 up here. Like there's nothing going on when I'm walking around. I'm just walking to be walking. And honestly, most of the time, unless I'm by myself, I'm kind of just following whoever I'm with. No thoughts.
Enlightenment. Enlightenment. It's pretty good.
Not really. more like not in a like enlightened. More just like it's just blank. But I don't know. I've heard that some people just don't think all the time. Like some people have thoughts just constantly running through their head. Yeah. And then some people are just like thoughtless.
That's like dudes. All the time when you see a dude like sit on the sofa like
nothing is going on. And then like I'll see the TikToks and the girls are like, oh, like what are you thinking? What's going on in your head? And they're like nothing. Yeah. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like you gotta be thinking about something. Like no, nothing.
If we sit in front of a TV or just sit somewhere, oh man, I love doing shit like this. Like when I was like 2 years ago when Akash was still with us. You know, we just go sit like at a campus.
I also have ADHD, I believe. I'm not diagnosed, but I will be soon, hopefully.
Do you want to?
God willing, like you wanted to. I have to have an explanation for the way that I am. Like, why am I the way that I am? But anyways, so I think I am ADHD, and I can't sit around for too long, but I don't think about what I'm doing, if that makes sense. Like, I'll be watching TV, playing a little game on my phone, and then also like watching TikToks on my iPad. Like it has to be a lot going on all the time. Yeah. So my brain isn't really thinking about one thing; it's just jumping from one thing to the next.
Dude, it sounds like you just have modern disease. You know, like a short attention span.
I do have a short attention span.
Yeah, that's like I don't know, because everybody have that. Like I got that too, but like I was literally playing game. Yeah. And I have a YouTube on. Yeah, and my phone is over here, and I would check my shit. Right. You know, because it's just like it's so accessible.
But at the same time, there'll be times when like I'll start doing something, and I'll do that for hours. Like I tried to learn how to crochet. I started. That shit takes forever. If you're buying crochet from people who are hand making that stuff, you're spending good. Like send them the money, whatever they ask for, just give it to them because it takes hours. I literally spent, I think, probably like a good 3 or 4 hours at the pool one day crocheting, and I got like 2-3 rows done of a leg warmer.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
A leg warmer.
It's not worth it.
So literally it was like maybe like this wide around, and it took me 3 hours to do like 2 or 3 rows.
When you can just pay someone in China that like does it for like 2 cents.
No, I'll pay them more. They deserve more. But anyways, where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So like I said, 3 or 4 hours, I'm just sitting there on a hammock in front of the pool crocheting. Yeah. And I wasn't listening to any. I literally had my headphones on because I intended to turn music on and listen to it, but I got so into it that I forgot, and so I was just sitting there in silence at the pool. I had the noise cancellation on, so I'm sitting there in silence at the pool crocheting.
Let me just diagnose you right now. I don't think you have it. I think you.
I don't know what I have. I have something. Something.
Everybody got something.
Yeah, I know. Everyone has something. I just want to know where I am on the spectrum. You know.
That's true. It is a spectrum. Okay.
Definitely on one end. Whichever end of that may be.
No, I think you're very. I don't think you have ADHD because you very focused. You know.
I am, but I'm not. I am, and then I'm not, and then I am again. You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like I bounce around a lot. Like you still. One thing, and then I was like, oh no, I need to pack up this, and then I went back and I was like, oh, I gotta pack up this. But I would just be stereotyping, you know, low key. Yeah.
Because I do think like what we have nowadays is like people talking about all this shit, you know, like people just like have no problem when go on like. There's
a word for it. What is it called? It's I don't know. I used to say it all the time. It's basically where you think like you hear an illness or something and you like,
Yeah, right. Because like people have no problem at all. And just go
No,
around like,
yeah, yeah.
oh, I have a lot of anxiety. Oh, I'm like, oh, I'm so, like,
You know,
so,
pill, smoke a blunt, do
and
whatever
it's
you
like,
gotta
oh,
do, chill out.
I'm on antidepressant.
Take a chill pill.
It's like you're not,
You're not.
you're not, you're not.
You're not
Trust
actually
me.
wrong.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor.
I don't know.
I know what I'm
Maybe
talking
I'm
about.
being insensitive, but I don't think people are having that much problem as they claim to be. You know,
I don't know. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe everyone's just all really fucked up, and that's why.
everybody is fucked up. You know,
No, yeah,
But
yeah.
then it's like amplified.
That's
it's
true.
like
That's true.
it's like it's a lot of people that like just would say that their problem is at the center of the world, and then everybody else sees it, and then they want to hop on the trend, right? Because we kind of sort of have like a, what is it called, like a pity currency.
Yeah, pity party. Yeah.
And then that's like it's like a currency.
Pity parade.
Yeah. Exactly. Like everybody wants to have some sort of oppression.
No, I feel that. No, I definitely see a lot of people on social media pretend to have something wrong with them for literally the views and the likes and everything, and like the support. Like they're just fishing for some type of like emotional support, whether it's or not. Did my necklace just break? Sad. No, I'm not surprised though, because I literally had to fix it this morning.
Maybe that's how you find it.
That is exactly how I found it, because it was broken in the store that I work in, and I picked it up.
Yeah.
But
I won't trust it, bro. Do you believe in that there's energies in jewelry?
No, I do believe that, because I feel like people who are haters know. They know what they're doing when they put that hateful energy out into the world, because it takes a lot of energy to hate. I don't do it. It's not fun. I mean, I'm a hater in like in the short term, but like long term, it's not so much fun. Like you've seen me driving. Literally, it'll be real quick, just like, bah, and then I'm like,
a spurge of road rage. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I have like road rage in life. You know, it's just like someone does something that annoys me, and I'm mad about it, and then I'm over it. Because what am I gonna do about it? Am I gonna beat him up? Maybe. Right now? No. In the moment? No. But if I dwell on it, maybe long enough. But I didn't do anything about it. So maybe yell at him or something, and then that's it.
See, like that's the type of thing I'm trying to stay away from.
Yelling at people?
No, it's just like I don't know, 'cause like I'm putting that out there, you know.
Putting the hateful energy. No, and I agree, and that's the thing. I try not to actually hate anyone. I do hate things, ideas, concepts, or whatever. But actual people, not so much. I have a hit list, you know, of course, but
yes.
But nothing like
seriously.
Like,
You wouldn't kill them.
No, exactly. Yeah. I'm not thinking about them every day.
Damn. Okay.
So maybe I don't really hate them.
Well, live long enough and you find yourself some enemies. I'll tell you that. I thought I got no ops. I got ops.
Hey, you might be on my hit list. You don't know.
Might have offended you somewhere or another. It's like
maybe
taking a piss too loud.
Too loud. No, when you pee.
Did I?
Yes. Whenever our toilet was broken.
Oh yeah, you don't. How else would you do it?
In the shower.
Okay.
We had a literal standing shower with no bathtub, and you chose to pee in the sink.
Dude, okay.
It was harder to reach the sink than it was to reach the shower. Like,
okay, for girls, I don't see.
I don't understand.
Okay, you gotta think about this,
Either
right?
way,
Like
it was easier for both of us.
Okay, if you explain this, if we're not supposed to pee in the sink, then why is the sink like perfectly level right there? Okay, can you explain that?
It's not. For all our short kings out there, it's not.
Dude, it's literally like right there, bro.
It's not though.
Or I don't know what girls. Okay, tell me what girls do when
what do you mean
when
when
they
the
have to pee,
when the
like
toilet's
when the toilet's broken?
The shower, like I
you
said.
Pee in the do you pee standing up or do you pee?
I mean, if I can pee sitting, why can't I pee standing?
No, but
I'm
like
in the
shower. Yeah, you just.
I mean, if anything,
down.
I'll squat. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like if I'm outside and there's no toilet.
I know some women that can pee standing up.
Yeah. What do you mean? Elaborate, please. How did you come to find this out?
So, I am from a countryside in China. So, like, we have some ethnic people that will wear, like, our traditional dresses is kind of like a a skirt,
Mhm.
but those skirts kind of hard, like so it's hard to bend.
Oh, okay.
And then
They're
usually
stiff,
like
yeah.
when they farm, because women farm, they would like make some like they would farm
Yeah,
corns
working.
and stuff, and
Serving.
they would just literally
Yeah.
they would just go to the corner and then stand up and pee like straight up, like good
Oh,
aims.
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah. I mean, that's how I pee in the shower. I'm
I
gonna
thought
pee
you
in the
I
shower.
thought you were squatting down.
No, I mean like if I'm not trying to get it on my legs, then I will squat because
Okay.
it's less likely to drip down that way. But if I'm in the shower and I'm showering and I got to pee,
Do you got good aim?
I don't know. I don't think so because whenever I'm standing, I'm pretty sure it's going down my legs a little bit. So I would
That
say
happens.
no.
Happens.
But when I'm squatting, great aim.
Great aim? How do you even
I don't
control?
sprinkle on
how do you
the
even control
toilet. There's a lot of there's actually a skill tree for the vagina. I don't know if you've seen that. I saw it on TikTok.
Skew tree?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not.
No, look it up if you haven't seen it before. I didn't even know vaginas could do that.
Let me just look into it.
No, yeah. It's
But
very
please
interesting.
enlighten us. Tell
I
us.
mean, I don't know I don't remember what the skills were. I was just so befuddled. A skill tree for a vagina. But I don't know, aim, it's just something you gotta work on from a young age,
For sure.
All of our lives we just sit and pee.
For sure.
So
Like,
yeah.
what's your aim on the scale from 1 to 10?
probably put me at a 10, high up
No
there.
way. I'm not even at 10.
I
And
mean,
mine is pretty good. I'm pretty good
but
to aim
you're
at,
you're a boy.
Yeah.
I'm a girl.
Okay. Well, you want to do like a gender thing? You think girl versus boy who has a
I'm
better
just saying.
aim?
Mm-hmm. I'm sitting down. So as long as as I don't hit a split stream, then my shit's going straight down. Like that's it.
That's true. I pee sitting down. Honestly, I don't.
You pee sitting
I
down?
pee sitting down.
Isn't that weird for men?
No. I'll do it 'cause like I don't want to splat everywhere. I'm a very clean dude, and I think we should normalize it. Like honestly, it's kind of fucked up that like it's people. If you're a man, you just like you.
No,
go
yeah,
to
'cause
the
why
toilet
can't y'all
and you
sit?
pee, right? Like it's so much easier
Just
to
because
drop
it
your
sticks,
pants on. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not like y'all are hard all the time. There's no reason. All the time. There's no reason for y'all to have to stand up. Sit down.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Relax.
But
Yourself.
yeah, I think peeing's great, man. I like peeing. I also like shitting. Shitting's pretty good.
Next topic.
Like okay. I'm sorry. Just naturally going this way.
I zoned out for a second there. We took a hard right.
No, we're just going down south.
No, literally.
We're going down around. All right, wait. I don't have to talk about shit if you don't want to talk about shit.
I prefer not to. Thank you.
Okay. Well, you want to talk about something? You got something so important you want to talk about? Tell me.
I mean, nothing important, but definitely better than shit.
Yeah. All right. Let's just like let's go more of a. Let's go up. Okay. Let's go up.
What are you wearing these days?
What am I wearing these days?
Yeah.
I don't consider myself a fashion dude. But I do like clothes.
I was gonna say, I feel like you have like a pretty particular style.
I don't know what it is, man. I believe in clothes have spirit. So I treat them pretty well. Like I'll buy clothes and then I have a thing. I only want to hang them, 'cause
You don't want to fold them?
I don't want to fold them. I don't, especially like shirts and stuff like that. Like I wanted them like just. Like
I respect that.
Yeah, like something about putting your clothes on a clothes hanger, and then it just I feel like they're happier. And then when you wear
I like to
them,
put all my stuff in baskets.
oh, that's a death sentence over here.
Not even folded, just throw it into a basket.
See, that pains me, bro.
Except, I take it back. That's mainly just like undergarments, so like tank tops.
Yeah.
Socks, underwear, things of those nature, swimsuits. I'll put them in a basket. And then for like my t-shirts, sometimes they'll get folded. If they're like just like plain t-shirts, the regular like what you're wearing, I'll fold those. If they're like a little bit fancier, I'll hang them up. Dresses get hung. Pants go on a pant hanger, like the ones that are like all connected, and so they like save space. Yeah. Because I have a lot of pants. I have a lot of clothes in general. My apartment's kind of overflowing with clothes. It's kind of bad. But I try to stay organized. It doesn't always happen, but I try to stay organized.
Well, I think it'd be good to have bigger space.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
The apartment I'm moving into, it has a huge walk-in closet, and I'm so excited.
How long you planning on living there?
Our lease is gonna be 15 months.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so quite a while.
Yeah, gonna be a long-term thing. So she is moving to Dallas
I am
actually.
moving to Dallas to be an accountant.
Yes, that's what she do during the day.
That is my day job.
But during the night though,
What about it?
you just do YouTube.
No, yeah, I do YouTube at night.
So that's what I'm
no,
trying
yeah, I
to
went
say.
to school for 5 years.
Have a master degree.
Got a master's in accounting.
Pretty exciting.
I am an MPA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to work on my CPA.
Is that like
I'm still debating if I want to do
Is
that.
that like a medical thing?
No. It's like it's a certification for accountants. It literally CPA certified.
Damn. That sounds fun, dude.
It's not fun.
No.
There.
Yeah. No, I want to be better at money. You know, 'cause
Like money.
yeah, well, I cannot lie. Me too.
That's why I went into this field. I like money, but apparently the accounting industry is struggling a bit right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, that's why I'm not starting my full-time job until October.
Oh.
And it's because the public accounting industry is hurting, and I don't know why.
From what? Oh, you don't know.
No, not really. Start date back a lot, and I'm not happy about it.
How would you, if you take a guess, or like what happens? I mean, the economy's bad.
No, yeah,
I'll give you that. Yeah, just really bad, dude. Like, it's crazy that everybody I know graduated from college, like not even just a regular college, like it's a good college. Like we went to a good college, you know. Like everybody's waiting tables.
Yeah,
or
facts.
like some type of retail job.
No, I'm literally working a part-time retail job
Yeah.
to make ends meet
So
at
like,
the moment.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy because like I feel like 50 years ago things are very different. You know, like if you went to college and like you already have a house.
Yeah. No, that's so true. It's because the money was worth a lot more back then.
Yeah.
Like you got more bang for your buck, literally.
I feel like everybody knows
And
this.
things were cheaper.
Mm-hmm. And then
you made more money in general in terms of what things cost.
Yeah, and then people value work better, I think, because like
I feel like the older generation just doesn't realize how much harder it is to survive off minimum wage.
Yeah, that too, and also I feel like our generation values like happiness a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like
so true.
we want to do so much. Like everybody want to travel, everybody want to go see the world.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not about baby making anymore.
Yeah,
family building. It's
like
building
nobody
a life for yourself.
Yeah. Nobody want to settle. Nobody want to have kids.
Nobody.
Like,
I don't. Shoot, child. I'm not a child. No, just the thought of it just makes me want to throw up.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about all this. Kind of crazy because like my parents' generation, my mom married when she was like, she had me when she was 22 and married like
my
20.
mom had me when she was 21.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm 25 now. I can't imagine. Like,
right? No, same. I'm 22 and like I broke the family curse because my mom had me when she was 21. My mom's mom had her when she was around her like 20s.
Yeah. Damn. Dude, my grandma, I don't even know, probably like she's like 16 or something.
Literally, like I even think my nana and her mom are 20 years apart. So it's crazy. It's crazy out here. I'm not having a kid. Not until I'm like 30 at least, like 30 something.
So you know what's going on right now? It's like, 'cause this, you know how smart, how much more education somebody had, the less kids they have.
Yeah.
You know, or how successful a person is, and then the less kids they have.
Yeah, 'cause they realize how expensive kids are.
But then it's like the poor people, shout out to poor people, you know, be having the most kids.
I think it's because there's incentives to having kids.
Does
like from the government at least. Like, you know, there's look at your like tax returns. Like you get income tax for having kids.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that will help. Like,
and then also there's like if your kid is younger, then you get which I'm not saying most of the poor people end up on welfare, 'cause it's really hard to get on welfare in general.
Yeah.
And honestly, the people who probably need it the most aren't on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I need one. But I don't
Right.
need. I don't need.
Send me some money my way. Throw me a buck.
I'm good. Thank you.
But no, yeah, that is definitely an interesting phenomenon. I think it's, I don't know. I don't know why.
Have you seen a movie, Idiocracy?
I have not.
So it's talking about how it's just the same phenomenon, right?
Mhm.
Like the smart people are not having kids,
Mhm.
and then it just like dumb people having kids, and then like it just goes down 50 years later, and then like everybody just went super dumb.
Everyone's just dumb.
Yeah. And then Terry Crews is the president.
I'll say.
And literally like the whole presidency run and just like it's like a reality TV show, and everybody's like
I would like
flexing.
that.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm here for that.
It's like no real substance is like needed anymore, and nobody's drinking water. Everybody's drinking like Gatorade.
Slay,
and then,
slay.
and then they're like, it's like, oh, we're having famine. Why is that? Because like, and then because like they were like farming the crops with Gatorade. Like I said, no water.
Stop. This reminds me of that. I don't know why, but it reminds me of that episode of Rick and Morty where they're like traveling to escape the Federation, the Intergalactic Federation or whatever it's called, and they're going from planet to planet. And one of the planets they go to, everything is on a cob. Like there's corn on a cob.
Yeah.
They're like the cells were on a cob. Everything was just on a cob, and then so they would be like, "Let's get out!" Because they're afraid of turning into people on a cob. Yeah. Don't become people on a cob. Get out while you can.
Get out.
Get out.
Oh man. Okay. Prepare for some topics. I never do, but it's my
you
style.
said that.
Yeah, it's my style, baby. Like just keep going. All right, let's go. Let's go deep, bro.
To what?
To
I'm pretty superficial.
well, I don't know. Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
I think you can get deep sometimes. Yeah. Tell me what's your like how you go about life, man? Like what do you believe?
I just go off a vibe, you know? I really just be living every day different.
Good one. Good.
I mean, no, honestly, though, I don't really I have plans, I have goals, I have dreams. But I think my plan at the moment is just to not die. Like
it's hard. It's not hard to not die.
No, it's actually kind of hard.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
To not die?
Yeah, because you have to work. You have to be a good person. You have to feed yourself, clean yourself, take care of yourself. And then also if you want to have a healthy like mental state, then you got to socialize, You can't always be alone forever.
Yeah.
But honestly, the only reason why I say that is because I'm kind of brokies, and that's because I'm working a part-time job with a master's degree. And I'm just kind of waiting until my full-time job. But the real plan is to just not hold myself back anymore.
No, don't.
Like I've really been pursuing the YouTube genre, space, area, industry, whatever. And I feel like in the past I really didn't get into it because I kept doubting myself and telling myself, "Oh, this isn't good enough. Like, don't put it out like this." A lot of people on TikTok have been talking about it, like just post whatever, even if it's bad. And it's so true. It really is. Like, as corny as it sounds, like the things that I thought were the worst were the ones that always did the best.
Yeah.
Which is like, why? First of all, why do y'all like that? Weird.
No, I'm in the same space too. I feel like everybody that I know, at least I want to surround myself with, has a passion, right?
Yeah.
But also is that we are feared by, what the consequences of like the society norm, because it's just so much easier to fall back to like, oh yeah, work for a 9 to 5, because it is stable, but then it's such a soul draining process, and then it just make everybody so numb, and then you go down that rabbit hole, and then by the time you look back, you're like 40, and then you're like, oh shit.
What kind of life is that to live? Honestly, and 40 isn't really that old anymore.
No.
Because people are living to be 100 years old. Easy. And So that means,
Easy.
oh, I mean, easier than it was in the past. Like, you're not like decrepit at 100 anymore.
I was gonna say, man.
You're still old. You're still old as fuck. But
I'm over 25, bro.
no, right? I feel old at 22. Like, it's crazy. But
Yeah.
like, there's still a lot more. You have a lot more time to do more things.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, you shouldn't wait thinking, oh, I have more time.
Yeah,
I'll do it later when I
yeah.
get older.
A lot of fears.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I just don't want to live a regretful life, you know. And I
Yeah.
feel like last 2 years, I was heading that direction, you know. But no, not anymore. You know, like I really don't. I would hate myself if I didn't do the things that I say I was gonna do.
Right?
You know,
Yeah.
and then that.
Yeah. It's really just holding yourself accountable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's both fear, you know,
Mm-hmm.
fear of me losing my prime time in
Yeah.
my 20s, and then the other side is like fear to have a security, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So both
Fear
pretty
messing
scary.
up, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It's a matter of just which fear is bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So who do you? I mean, everybody's got a timeline, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at least we are trying to do something that like make us will feel important or
Yeah.
somehow make a meaning out of life
Yeah.
before. But yeah, you got a good plan B, so that's like pretty good.
No, and that was always my thing. Like
Yeah.
even from like a really, really young age, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Like I was selling pecans out of my front yard because of my pecan tree. For like I had like posters and everything. Like neighbors were coming up, knocking on my door and be like, "Hey, is your daughter still selling pecans?"
Oh, for real?
No, yeah. And I was definitely being undersold. Because I didn't know how much pecans were worth at the time, but I was making good
It's a
money.
deal.
You know, as like an 8-year-old, I was making good money. You know.
Oh, shit.
As,
Okay.
Just someone who had no idea what they were doing. They were just wanting to sell something. And then I also had like all the lemonade stands, and like I was really into all that yard selling. And so that's why I went to business school, is because I knew I wanted to get into the business industry, some form or another. And when you get into accounting, they'll tell you this every single time. They're like, accounting is the language of business, and it is.
But it's not.
But it is. But it's like, just because you know accounting doesn't mean you can start a business.
Yeah.
It's not that simple. Nothing's ever that simple.
But like you have a good foundation though.
No, exactly. I have a good foundation. I really like as I got older, I really wanted to pursue modeling and acting. And I definitely did some acting when I was in high school. I was in my like one act group, and I did musicals and plays and stuff like that. I can't sing. Let me preface there. I can't sing, but
haven't found.
I took the roles. I took the roles with the lead singing in the musicals. I actually won a couple awards.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
When I was in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Nerd.
I was a theater geek. I really was. Yeah. And then when I came to college, that's when I really started getting into modeling. Because like before, I lived in a really small town when I went to high school.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't really, nothing was going to happen out there. Nothing. And so as soon as I got the chance, I got out. And came to college, started modeling. But I kind of hit a plateau, I feel like, because I got swept up with the juggling, working part-time, and then going to school, and then also trying to like build a career out of nothing. And I don't really have any connections. I do now. I do have more connections now than I did before starting out, but it's still not where I'd like it to be. Obviously, you probably don't know who I am because I'm sitting here talking to you guys. So
talking to me.
I gotta work harder. But no, yeah. And so my career plans have changed. Like accounting is definitely my backup. I gotta make money to pay off my student debt.
Yeah.
And then on the side, I'm gonna keep working until I don't have to work anymore. At least doing accounting.
See, that's the thing. It's like I feel like everybody is now is like, oh, we just want to don't have to work at some point. But I was in that mindset too. Like when I was running the restaurant, you know, I was thinking like, oh yeah, if I just get to this point and I hit this mark and then I don't have to work. Like, I want to retire like in my 40s. But that has switched because like no matter what, work is, you can't deny it gives you a purpose.
Oh yeah,
you know,
for sure.
And then like I do believe that we need to work. I want to work to the day I die. You know, but
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, no. Like I want to work on something that
work on something. Okay, yeah.
To me, you know, because like now I'm doing this. I'm not getting paid at all, but like I'm having so much fun. I meet people that are interesting. I I'm having like way more creative thoughts,
Yeah.
you know, and I just feel much more alive. And I want to do this for like the rest of my life. If this is work to me, if I can turn this into work, like I want to do this for as long as I can,
No,
you know?
I completely agree. Yeah.
So on that note, is you know, it's exciting, you know, like very exciting, and I see it now. Like it used to be like like I watch a lot of cliche movie back in the
Yeah.
days. I don't get it, and then like somebody like, oh yeah, I like my life sucks, you know, and then there's like a hero's journey is like finding who they are, and then you conquer the conflict.
Yeah.
And it became
Find their purpose in life.
the purpose in life, and then you like I used to hate those movies, but now I see those like whoever wrote this, right, is obviously super cliche. It's like the oldest story ever told, but it resonates with me now, you know, and I understand
you get it
what
now.
what it means, you know,
Yeah.
and like it almost give me like hope, you know. It's not the white man can jump movie, so cliche, but so predictable.
See the Disney movie that's coming out? Chain Can Jump.
No.
Or Chain Can Dunk.
Chain Can Dunk.
Yeah, Chain Can Dunk. I don't know how I feel about it.
Let's watch it.
We should watch it.
Yeah.
We should watch and react.
Speaking of a new show, American Born Chinese is pretty good.
Really? Is it?
Yeah, you should check it out.
Wait. Oh, sorry. I'm still thinking of Chain Can Dunk.
No, not Chain Can Dunk.
Because tell me why the premise of the movie is like, yeah, obviously, like, he's going to prove that he can dunk or whatever. But I think he's from an alien planet. And he has superpowers. I don't know. I saw one trailer and
it's like Chinese.
yeah. And wait, no. Wait, maybe it was the one that you're talking about. I'm getting them mixed up now.
But no, that American Born Chinese is the same cast from Everything and Everywhere.
Okay. No, never mind.
So good. There's like a Asian movement right now in filmmaking industry, dude. We're going up.
No, for real.
Yeah, it was like nothing for a long time. I feel like a lot
of POCs are finally having their come up.
Yeah. I was actually having this conversation with Evan the other day. Was talking about, you know, how like the golden age of American film was kind of like in the 70s, the 60s. You
I do not know. I know nothing about film. So.
Well,
so. But I'm listening.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. So, like the golden age, we'll call it the golden age of cinema. It's like Godfather, you know, all those like the movie that like people teach in class now, or like from those era. And then like a common thing that we found is like all those filmmakers are like Italians immigrant. They're like the second generation, right? And then they kind of like observe what's going on with their parents' generation and how like their environment is.
Yeah.
A lot of like Scorsese's, you know, Al Pacino, all those guys. And then it's like, yeah, they have like an immigrant family, and then they're talking about how they're living the American dream, you know, as like the second generation. And there's a lot of that. And then kind of died down because like I feel like people just assimilate it. Like people don't consider Italian American. It's like, you know, like when back in the days, you know, it was like it's like, oh, you're immigrant, you know, because like the Italians and the Irish still consider kind of like a second class citizens, and now they're all pretty much Americans, you know, so like that kind of has like an effect on American cinema. Is we don't see that struggles anymore. We don't want to portray struggles in the 80s and 90s, you know, but then now we see like this Asian like movement now is kind of have like a parallels to what's happening in the 70s. Yeah. You know, 70s and 80s. I don't know. I maybe fucked up the timeline, but
either way, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's like our generation that grew up in America, the second generation grew up in America, and then we are like actually became like we're here long enough and then pursuing like filmmaking, you know, and then we're capable of making stories, you know, like people are stable enough making stories, telling about how like this transition between the last generation and this generation, you know. So it's like a interesting to see, and then the result is like this movie is popping now, you know.
Yeah, no, I definitely can see how like the big movement is happening, because I was watching a show on Netflix called Exo Kitty. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like a spin-off of To All the Boys I Loved Before, that movie series, but it's based around the younger sister. She goes off to Korea like to chase love and like also figure out more about her like life and her mom and things like that. but I definitely see a change because the story wasn't centered around her being Asian.
Yeah, right.
It was a love story, like just a typical like girl in love, like wanting to do what she wants to do. But it like and her mom, like her mom's side, like that. Oh, because she was also mixed, so she wanted to like explore more of her culture on that side. But it wasn't the main
Chris anymore. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So it's definitely cool to see that.
So that's we are in like the second phase of that, right? Because like almost 5 years ago, as like Asian is like the center of it, and then now we've in new.
Yeah, it's no longer the all-in.
Yeah, that's
of
like
a character.
We're finally normal now, so that's good.
Yeah. Like we're seeing the stories of a person, not someone who's just in the story because they're Asian.
Yeah,
and they need an Asian person.
All right. On that note, I think we'll hit the mark.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, dude. It's been a while.
No, it is time to go. We have some other plans for today.
Go eat. All right.
I'm hungry.
Let's go. You wanna plug in anything? Just say it to the camera.
Check out my YouTube channel. Also follow me on Instagram. I hope Ming will link everything down below. I don't know. I'll probably have to do it myself.
No, too much work.
I'll probably come in the comments myself to tag myself. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, great. Okay, this is Mid22, and thanks Danae to join me on this podcast. Michelle will be back. I don't know when. She's having the best life of her life. So
love that for her.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye-bye. Bye.